In a stunning reversal that's sending shockwaves through global markets, President Donald Trump just blew up his own trade deal with Europe. Hours ago, he announced his raising tariffs on European cars and trucks to 25%, accusing Brussels of dragging their feet. This is Viral News Hourly, and we're breaking down what just happened and what it means for you. Here's what went down. On Friday, as Europe enjoyed their May Day bank holiday, Trump caught Brussels completely off guard. He announced his tearing up a key part of the tariff agreement he personally negotiated with European Union leaders last summer at his golf resort in Scotland. The tariff on cars and lorries coming from the EU into the United States will jump from 15% to 25%. That's a massive increase on one of Europe's biggest exports to America. Trump took to social media, blasting the European Union for what he called non-compliance and foot-dragging on ratifying the deal. The timing couldn't be more calculated. European officials were literally out of office when the bombshell dropped, unable to respond immediately or coordinate a unified reaction. Let's zoom out for a second. Last summer's Scotland deal was supposed to be a major diplomatic win. Trump invited European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and other EU leaders to his Turnberry golf course, where they hammered out what was hailed as a breakthrough agreement to ease trade tensions that had been building throughout Trump's presidency. The deal was supposed to create a framework for reducing tariffs on both sides of the Atlantic, particularly on automobiles and industrial goods. But here's the catch. Trade agreements with the European Union require ratification by all member states, a notoriously slow process involving 27 different governments and the European Parliament. Trump apparently lost patience with that process. For context, European automakers like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz ship hundreds of thousands of vehicles to the US every year. This tariff hike will either force them to absorb massive costs or pass them on to American consumers through higher prices. The reaction has been swift and furious. European officials, scrambling back to their desks on what was supposed to be a holiday weekend, are calling this move reckless and counterproductive. One senior EU diplomat, speaking on background, said this is exactly the kind of unpredictability that makes long-term trade planning impossible. German car manufacturers have warned this could trigger layoffs both in Europe and at their American plants. Remember, these companies employ thousands of Americans too. Meanwhile, Trump supporters argue he's simply holding Europe's feet to the fire, demanding they live up to their commitments. Economically, analysts warn this could reignite a full-blown trade war. Stock markets are already jittery. European indices opened down on Monday morning, with automotive stocks taking the biggest hit. American consumers could see car prices jump by thousands of dollars within weeks as dealers adjust to the new tariff reality. So what happens now? Brussels has 72 hours to respond before the new 25% tariff officially kicks in. European leaders are reportedly convening an emergency session to discuss potential countermeasures, which could include retaliatory tariffs on American goods. Watch for whether this escalates into a broader trade conflict or whether cooler heads prevail and negotiations resume. Also keep an eye on how American car buyers react when they walk into dealerships and see significantly higher sticker prices on European vehicles. Stay informed. Stay ahead. This is Viral News Hourly.